Hi, everyone, and welcome to my presentation for my project that I'm doing for the Kinesiology 570. My topic is establishing healthy criteria for our first responders, such as EMS, um, police officers, and fire department, and whoever else falls within that category within those departments. So here we go. The overview we're going to look through is the introduction, the overview of the study, the problem and the purpose, mainly the purpose, um, go over some literature review, and the design of the guide. Uh, First off, go a little bit into history and what the epidemic is. Obesity is a huge epidemic in the world, and it can cause a lot of problems, a lot of other health risks and factors. It can cause people to lose jobs, cause people to lose their families. It can risk of death. Obesity is a huge problem in the world today, and there's not a whole lot that is going on to help get rid of it. But I'm going to narrow down to just a single population with our first responders. Uh, so, how the introduction goes is we're going to help show how to provide healthier eating options for the first responders, implementing more fitness standards for the first responders, being able to provide uh, a workplace or being able to provide workplace wellness programs to give the individuals the knowledge and information to help prevent these diseases, which can be valuable to longevity within the workplace, longevity with their life, so on and so forth. So helping these individuals better understand their role within the environment and how important it is for them to be fit, to be able to care for others, so on. Statement of the problem: these individuals not having the time to take care of their own health while risking their lives for others. So they're putting their lives in jeopardy for others, but they're really, if they're not maintaining healthy eating habits, a healthy lifestyle, they're really not putting their own health first before others. So, um, as I would rather have someone who is physically fit take care of me if I was to get hurt than someone who isn't. So, I mean, I could probably justify that for everyone in this class and is going to watch this video. If someone is doing something wrong, um, you're going to want something bad is going on. You're going to want the most fit person, fit individual, no matter a firefighter, EMS, or police officer, to take care of that individual or situation by being in a health by having taken care of themselves because they can be able to perform that task at hand. Um, some other problems: some of the individuals already thinking they live a healthy lifestyle, and that can fall into any category. And like I said, we're narrowing it down to first responders, but a lot of people already think they do the right thing, and letting them understand that what they're doing might not be right. It could be more detrimental to their health. Um, and some of these individuals not being retested on performance exams for basic duty. So some of the standards for a police officer are sit-ups and push-ups and mile and a half run. Not being retested on those aspects and to better their quality of life, but with the retesting, they're not being held to their standard. So they have to perform this test in the beginning to have their job, to do what they do for a living and provide for their families. But then they don't get retested, and I think that could be a detriment to community if these individuals aren't maintaining that standard. So that's some of the problem right there. A research question we can ask is, are the employers implementing a healthy lifestyle in the workplace? So we can ask that for any job, but like I said, narrowing it down to first responders, is the community leader, are the community leaders holding these individuals, these stations accountable for their officers, for their deputies, for their paramedics, so on and so forth. Purpose of this guide is The purpose of this study is to encourage the importance of living a healthy lifestyle and methods of how to attack workplace obesity. So I narrowed it down to just obesity for the purpose because obesity is an epidemic uh, in America and in the world. So we want to kind of narrow it down. There's also other health risks that go along with obesity. Obesity is such a broad topic, so I'm just going to throw obesity in there. Uh, the significance of this study. The study is important because it will give insight on what the workplace needs to attack the obesity epidemic. By providing handouts and questionnaires to the employees, the company can have the understanding of what the employees think is healthy versus what exactly is healthy. In explaining to the affiliate that they can save money and risk, or can save money and keep risk down in their respective city. So maintaining standards and criteria to save money for the taxpayers, save and keep the risks down. I mean, risk as in crime, so on and so forth. Uh, some limitations and assumptions that might fall into place with this topic. Lack of motivation to take an assessment. So these individuals have already taken the assessment in their testing, um, but they don't want to be reassessed because they're afraid of what the outcome might be. So helping them understand the importance of why they need to take the assessment seriously. Not wanting to retake physical exams can kind of fall into the same category as assessments. Um, Not wanting to use my guide, thinking it's a waste of their time. So like been there, done that. I've tried every trick in the book, but it's not working for them. Uh, Plan on starting with small town first responders and working up to big cities. So start with small, work big. Let's really kind of get the word out there on why these individuals need to be more fit than the average individual. Assumptions. Participants being truthful on their survey or questionnaire and giving full effort within their physical exams. So some of them will not be giving full effort. Lack of understanding the need to be, the lack of understanding the need to be physical. So a little typo there, I'll fix that. And the chiefs and other high ranking officers holding their team accountable. So a lot of the upper echelon individuals aren't holding their teams or their staff accountable when it comes to being physically fit. Organization of the guide or project, focusing on the formation of maintaining physical fitness and eating habits for first responders. Creating new strategies for the departments to hold their employees accountable. So new strategies can be risk management, so on and so forth. Eliminating the holes and gaps in certain protocol and criteria. So throwing out the garbage, throwing out what old standards might be, creating new ones, understanding that the process of risking their life comes first, but also being physically fit and maintaining a healthy lifestyle for their job can create longevity, but also having the departments hold their employees accountable. Some operations definitions. We're going to use some of these tools and some of these testing measures. The waist and hip ratio is a measuring circumference of the individual at their waist and hip. Two different measurements will be the ratio. The bioelectrical impedance is the handheld body fat. Will give us a measure for body fat and BMI. The Gulick tape measure will be used for measuring the waist and hip sites. It's the most commonly used measure for the body. And then give a candidate physical ability test. This measures cardiovascular endurance, as well as muscular strength and endurance. Some literature review, some technique. Schoer found that targeting weight management, nutrition, and physical activity will be more successful in the workplace based on intervention reviews. They also concluded that having a workplace health intervention provided to improve physical activity, dietary behavior, and maintaining of healthy weight. They recommend that a healthy workplace promotion should focus on physical activity, weight management, or nutritional guidelines to help maximize the effectiveness of the program. Some options that can play a role is the financial savings of the company can come from cheaper insurance, productivity in the workplace will be greater, and lower compensation claims. Some limitations: first responders risk of losing jobs, perks, financial compensation, rank order if standards aren't kept. So the limitations, could be consequences too if you don't hold your health. You hold your health in your own hands. There could be consequences. So the overall review, the overall significance of these studies brings together the importance and awareness of obesity in the workplace, making sure that our first responders are held accountable on maintaining certain weight management standards, along with physical activity and nutritional guide. The financial success and burden can cost the station or city. So the risk of losing money for your station or city. So, why is there a need for this project? Accountability. Are the physical standards being held after they take their exams? Limited studies out there that address the needs of healthy lifestyle campaign for first responders to show and eliminate any gaps or holes in the current testing procedures. So a little bit of my study design, or design of the guide. Creating new testing standards for first responders, developing strategies for those that don't meet standards, creating a reward system. So my organization, I'll have 7 sections: current standards and recertification process and health campaign, more fitness in the workplace, nutritional standards and guidelines, new standards of testing, strategies to be successful, and limiting risks of failure and PTSD. Some of the sources will use a PARQ, which is a physical fitness questionnaire, understanding the first responders of an individual level, where the guide could be most useful to them. Measures general health and medical history of the individual. Will perform a physical fitness test or guide. A series of tests that each department mandates to be employed. Measures physical fitness, mental toughness, cardiovascular, muscular, and cardiorespiratory fitness. Psychiatrist. Some sources and materials. A psychiatrist, the ability to perform the job with a clear and stable mind. We use a nutritionist, the ability to eat right, create healthier options, optimize workplace performance. And some of the criteria applied of the section to the section of materials and activities. The psychiatrist could have an added fee from the specialist unless the department already has one on staff. The PARQ, office administrator proctoring the questionnaire, will be part of daily tasks. Physical fitness tests. Current staff that conduct the test protocols will be in charge. Added costs will be if more staff is needed to handle the protocol. Nutritionist. Added fee for the specialist unless the department has one on staff. So overall, we're going to really hit everything from the mind to the body to physical fitness to nutrition, really maintaining the aspect of living a healthy lifestyle for a first responder, how they can benefit, what are the risks, what are the rewards, and how this guide can really help them be successful at their job, and how the city, how the station can really benefit from this guide. Thank you. Have a great day.